Ladies and gentlemen, the President.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Carl, Terry, Mr. Vice President, Mrs. Gore, Mr. Speaker, Governor, to distinguished head table guests, to all the honorees tonight, my colleagues in the administration, to all the entertainers that made all the politicians feel that they came out to get a thrill instead of listen to me. I apologize for being late tonight, but as you know, I was at a charity event at Chelsea School auctioning off a game of golf. Brought in a few dollars. Well, I can tell you this, I know I was criticized for putting it up, but it was not bought by the ambassador from Iran. I was hoping Ralph Reed would buy it, but he didn't even bid. Anyway, it got a little money, but the thing that disappointed me was that it didn't generate as much as I had hoped. So I was able to generate some serious cash for the Sidwell Friends School. I auctioned off the shoes I wore the day I shook hands with President Kennedy. By the way, if there's anybody here who would be willing to pay $500,000 for a presidential humidor, I'll be happy to go out and buy one for you. Even though I was late, my staff kept me apprised of the evening. This may come as a surprise to you, but you're not the only ones who do pool reports. Since not everybody at the White House can be at every public event, we distribute our own pool reports on what the press has been up to. And so Mike McCurry handed me these notes when I arrived. And this is what happened before I got here. 6:02. Helen Thomas arrives at the Hilton. In accordance with time-honored tradition, at 6:04, she asked the first question. Mr. Bartender, can you make a wine spritzer? (6:22), a van pulls up to the front door. All 5 members of the McLaughlin group emerge. Without a referee, bickering loudly. The topic: is it Kondracki's turn to sit up front on the way home? 6:25. Andrea Mitchell arrives on the arm of Alan Greenspan. Greenspan pays the coat room attendant $1 and mentions that last year it only cost 75 cents. One minute later, 5 people in the immediate vicinity rush to call their brokers. 6:52, Jim Miklaszewski discreetly tells Brian Williams he's sitting in Tom Brokaw's chair. 7:09, Bill Plant arrives at the CBS table and receives many favorable comments about his new George Clooney haircut. One CBS executive present, however, suggested he might try a hairstyle from Chicago Hope instead. 7:15. Joe Klein introduces the entire Newsweek table to his imaginary friend, whom he identifies as anonymous. 7:39, Brian Williams is back in Tom Brokaw's seat. 8:09, Sarah McClendon confronts a man seated at the Vanity Fair table, demanding to know what he has done with the real Oliver Stone. Visibly flustered, the man offers up a half-hearted explanation involving Cuban nationalists. 8:35, breaking news. Wolf Blitzer breathlessly does a live feed from the front lawn of the Hilton to announce CNN has learned the dessert will be mocha puffs and chocolate sauce. "9:06, the president finally arrives at Southeast Entrance. Running after him is pool reporter Mark Knoller, who appears to be wearing the shoes President Clinton wore when he shook hands with President Kennedy. Paid a pretty good price for him, too. Well, that's what happened before I got here. Hillary and I are delighted to be with you tonight. I have only one criticism. I took a look at those ticket prices. They seem pretty high to me. So tonight, by executive order, I am authorizing the release of 1,000 additional tickets.